understand you've got something you want to work on. So that thing, that whole thing, what's that like?
It's like I'm stuck.
Yeah, and what's to your left?
So to my left, it's like I'm stuck in the sea.
You're
And to my
stuck in the
left,
sea.
in
Okay.
the sea. And to my left, there's like a spit, of land that kind of reaches round
So there's like a bit of land. So where does it reach round from? Is it like in front and then curves
from
or?
behind me, and it comes round this way.
Okay, cool. So we've got some land. How far away is this land?
Oh, a long way. I can just about see it.
Okay, cool. So there's some land like very far away. What's to your right?
To my right, it's just the open sea.
Open sea. What's in front?
In front of me, there's water, and then further away, there's an island.
There's an island. Lovely. And what's behind you?
Behind me, there's the sort of land where that kind of curving spit of land comes from. So there's water and then land behind me.
Got you. And what are you standing on?
I am kind of treading water in the middle of this water.
Got you. And is the water like coming up to your neck and you're like, what's
Oh yeah, I'm like this, and it's like I'm being held in place by some kind of anchor or chain.
so there's a chain.
Yeah, kind of holding like round my ankle, holding me down to the sea.
So there's a chain around your ankle. Is it tied to your ankle? Is it a clasp? How is it attached? It's a mechanism.
It's it's like one of those old style kind of prisoner type
Like
clamp.
a shackle or a manacle kind of
Yes,
thing.
there we go. That's the word. Yes.
Manacle. They're never womanacles. They're always manacles.
This is true.
Cool. And so then that goes down, and does the anchor, and there's an anchor at the other end.
I assume it's an anchor. I can't see
So there's some sort of heavy
something
weight.
holding it down.
And so do you get, because sometimes these things can be pulling you down actively, or is it just hitting the floor? Is it like, is the weight resting on the ground to your understanding?
It's like it's holding me in place. If I wanted to go any higher, I couldn't.
Got you. Okay, cool. So because it's not actively dragging you down, it's
No,
just
I'm not having to fight to stay up. It's just not letting me move.
lovely. Okay, cool. So there you are. You got manacle.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is it on your right foot or your left foot, this chain, or is it on both feet?
It's on my left foot.
On your left foot.
Yeah.
Where are you being
Oh,
shot?
I hadn't thought about that. But yeah, left foot.
So it's on your left foot. You got a
Yep.
big weight that we're unsure of. To your right is ocean. To your left is sort of still ocean and land in the distance. Land behind.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. The land is this side. So that's no, that is my right. Yeah, apologies. Yeah.
So is the land to your right?
My land's to this side. Yeah.
Okay, to your right. So the
I
land
yeah.
actually comes around that way. That's land, and that's just ocean.
Yes, apologies. Yes.
It's all right. Sometimes these things change. That's just ocean. And what's up?
Up it's cloudless blue sky.
Cloudless
It
blue
would be
sky.
quite nice.
Lovely. I mean, what a great place to be in, enjoying. And how do you deal with this in real life, Vicky? And how in real life, how do you deal with it?
Well, I suppose if it was a real thing and I was really there,
Well, oh no, no. In real life, this situation in real life, how'd you deal with it? What'd you do?
I I prevaricate. I don't make any
I
decision.
prevaricate.
Yeah, I just kind of
Wow. So you say
I
complicated words. It's not procrastinate. I
no, I prevaricate. I don't make any decision. I end up thinking, well, this would be good, well, that would be good. I should do this, I should do that, but I don't do anything.
lovely, lovely. Got it. So in this situation, I mean, you've really had it up to here. I
Yes.
mean, it's quite clear you're treading water and you're not really going anywhere.
No, not at all.
What's left for you is open. I mean, you might want to explore what's left, but the point is you're chained down. You can't move from the position you're in. Similarly, there is support in front of you. There is an island. You do like, I mean, some people see an island. Maybe there's treasure. Who knows? But there is something solid that you can look forward to. There's also something solid that's right and that's behind you, but it's a fair distance from where you actually are.
Yes.
I mean, you're not necessarily quite a prisoner in this situation, but it does seem like you're shackled to the spot.
Yes. And the island, it may be my upbringing, but it's very much like those kind of when you saw a drawing of a castaway on a desert island and there was just kind of like a little, the island was almost a semicircle and you had a palm tree, and that was it.
Got it.
There's the island is that kind of island, just that, yeah.
Oh, and you say it's like a semicircle.
Yeah, so it just kind of comes out of the sea a little bit and there's that one palm tree and that's it.
Got it. So, so,
Yes.
so what you look forward to is pretty simple. Not much
Yes.
to it.
No.
I mean, it could shade you a little bit from the environment you're in, but at the same point, what you look forward to, if you were there, if you were able to get there, you might not survive that long.
Yes. And it doesn't, I feel like I want to get there. It's what's in front of me, but it also, as I look at it, I want to get there, but it also doesn't seem very appealing at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, it's what you look forward to.
which isn't much.
Well, also, the thing we know about islands, and especially the sort of island you described, you'd be the only one there.
Yes, yes.
So, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but what you want or what you look forward to could be said you want and look forward to isolating yourself away from everything.
Oh. The I don't think I look forward to it, but I know that if I get it, it's likely to just be me.
Hmm, it's just you. Right. But essentially, you're weighted down. I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't pulling you down, but it's stopping you from moving in any direction. I mean, you could still maybe go with the flow or go with the current a little bit, but essentially, you could only go so far. There's a tension. Oh, wait, the thing that's actually holding you in place, the thing that's giving some sort of support and stability to this position, um, is keeping you stuck in the same place.
Yes. And it feels like the the land over here, if I look, the land over here feels appealing and attractive, but the island is in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'd
And
have to
so,
change direction.
well, I mean, that could be the case. I mean, but also what's right for you might seem more appealing, but it's also connected to what's in the background.
Yes.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. But realistically, in this position, you're really focused on what you look forward to. You can admire the whole environment, but you're really not keen on talking about the attachment that you've got to this situation.
No, that's interesting. I Because I don't know where I'd go if I didn't have it.
Hmm.
I
I
I
mean, you could get washed out to sea. You could actually go somewhere. God
Yeah,
forbid. Well, because
but
the point is, if you go somewhere, you actually have agency about your direction. And from what you've described, the land in front, behind, and to the right, they're not close.
no.
So realistically, if you didn't have this, you'd need to, I don't know, well, do the legwork. You'd also have to handle a lot of things. You might have to deal with the environment you're in. Sometimes you need to go with the flow, other times you might have to go against the current. But it's not necessarily going to be a short journey. It's going to take a little bit to actually get somewhere to be on solid ground. And if you've got agency, if you can actually do that, well, it's up to you.
And then because I'll have to pick, I feel like I can only go to one or the other.
Yeah.
And I might pick wrong.
Mm.
And then if I pick the wrong one, I'm stuck.
Well, I mean, nothing's stopping you swimming back out there.
Oh, no, that'd be too
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, that's the point. You'd actually have to make a decision. God forbid. You
Yes. And I think if if the weight shackle thing wasn't there, yes, I'd have to decide which way to go.
Hmm. And
It
what's
feels like it's been
interesting,
there a long time.
it has. I
It
can tell
has.
you this is a lifelong problem. I can tell this is not the first time you've been in this situation.
It's it's been it's been a good decade and a half.
I would actually say, Vic, it's been longer than that. And I want to tell you why. Because this little shackle you got here, this represents a partial container. And a
Okay.
container, or a partial container in metaphor, represents the family. It's literally the role we are born into. So we don't choose our family, we don't choose the country we're born, we don't choose those things, we're literally born into it. So you were the child that was always afloat. You were always the child that, yeah, was things were going swimmingly, potentially, but you weren't really moving in any direction. You couldn't choose because if you chose, that would take you away from the family. And if anything, that holds you in place.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So let's just imagine, Vic, you and I are walking down a strange road and we see this woman. We see this woman with a little shackle around her left foot, some sort of weight. Ocean to the left, island in front, land behind. Don't worry, we know how to deal with this. We've seen this before. Just how do you say that word? Provocate? Not
Um,
prevaricate.
prevaricate.
Just prevaricate, darling. Just
Yeah.
prevaricate. Good advice.
No, no, it's appalling. It's appalling advice because
Any better advice for this poor unfortunate soul?
well, I suppose she I suppose I was going to say we could call for help. But that's not advice for her. That would be what I would do.
Update to the advice. Call for help.
And she's just going to say, "I've done that already. Get lost." Um, l- she has to take the shackle off. She has to take the shackle. I
Take
don't
the
know how.
shackle off. Take the shackle off. Take the shackle off. So let's just try something, Vic. So I know that this is actually not your fault. Because it's a partial container, this is the role that you were born into. And the thing about this is family dynamics work in a way that every time we try and change who we are or what we do, the family reorganizes to keep us in the position that's familiar. So I know this is not your fault. I know this is not of your making, but let's just try something. Just close your eyes for a minute, mate. And being there, shackle on your left foot, ocean all around, island in front, land to the right, land behind. This isn't your fault. This isn't your making. So I'm going to ask you to do something which you're not necessarily going to like, so I apologize in advance. But I know this is not your fault. So what I'd like you to do, Vic, is I'd like you to grow up, and I mean that literally. Grow up, 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 up. Start growing, keep growing, and tell me what you notice.
The island, if I'm higher up, like taller, which means the water is a lot lower and I'm a lot higher, and the island is really small. I mean, there's nothing to it, and from here, from here, it is literally a circle with a palm tree, and there is nothing. There is nothing there. Just the palm tree and the kind of stereotypical teeny weeny desert island that you just walk around. And the land is the land is a smaller distance away, but that looks less appealing than it did. They both look less appealing than they did.
And what happens?
I feel like I could I feel like I could go in any direction, the except backwards. The island, it's there in front of me, but there's no that massive desire to get to it isn't as big and it doesn't look as appealing. And I could just walk over it.
And how does that change things?
It feels easy.
Hmm.
Like almost like cartoon giant easy.
Mm.
Splash, 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 stomp, stomp, stomp.
Hmm.
But now I don't know where to go.
Hmm.
Now there's so many places. Just here doesn't seem possible, but all the way to the right and all the way to the left and all the way forwards, the whole semicircle around me.
Hmm.
But I don't know where to go.
Hmm. No, I'm not someone who tells people what to do or how to make decisions. You still got that shackle, by the way, or was it gone?
Tiny. It's still there, but
Oh,
I
okay.
can it it's just an annoyance
Hmm.
now.
Hmm. So you're still taking it with you?
Apparently so.
Hmm. Well, some people, there's only so much growing up you can do, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But if you're to now to take steps with this, it would be a bit of a drag.
It'll hit things as I go.
Hmm. You might get caught up in things. So there might be a little bit of growing up left to do.
Leave a trail of destruction behind me as well, which would
Hmm.
just be embarrassing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'll leave that to you to consider. Because, yeah, realistically, I mean, you've already grown up a certain way, and now it's giving you a broader perspective. You definitely see that a lot more is possible, and it seems relatively easy to do those things. The question I have for you, Vic, is what do you actually want? Because looking at these things, like you've got an island, pretty bare, there's nothing on it. You can go anywhere in all directions other than behind, which is interesting. Some people, there's just no going back. But at the same point, it's quite obtuse what you actually want in this context.
I feel like I've wanted to get to the island for so long,
Hmm.
even though I mean, I can see it clearer now, but even though I was aware that when I get to the island, it's going to be a little bit of a hollow victory. That's where I was going. That's
Yeah.
where I'm going.
Well, no. You weren't going there, Vic.
It's what I was aiming for.
It's like I just keep going and then back. Keep
Yeah, just
going. There we go. Get to the island. Get to the island.
that's exactly what it was like. I would keep trying to move and I couldn't. And I don't know what I would have done when I got there,
Hmm.
but I would be there.
Yeah,
There wasn't a plan
yeah.
for once I got there, except maybe having to sit down.
Like, after all that hard work, I mean,
Just a little sit down,
I just wanna sit down
sit down,
on the island.
maybe admire the view.
Well,
And
what next?
yeah, there isn't a plan after that.
Hmm.
Well, that's really weird. I I guess I figure there must be more
On the
beyond the horizon, but
islands,
I've never been up here to look.
other than the one palm tree and all the sand, must be more there. Must.
No, no, not on the island, like beyond the horizon. But I've never been able to see.
Okay, beyond the horizon. So you got the little island. What's on the other side of the island?
See, just
Ah,
see. It's blah, there.
so basically out there, must be something.
Yes, but I couldn't. Clearly, I hadn't grown up enough because I couldn't see beyond the horizon when I was higher up.
Hmm. Well, the horizon is only goes so far, right? Even based with the curvature of the Earth, you can only see so far
So
before
far,
things begin
yes.
to drop off. Now, I'm not necessarily a nautical or a swimming expert, but someone who's just going to go swimming off into the horizon, not necessarily knowing where they're going to go, or without the appropriate vehicle to get there, might be a bit challenging. I mean, it would take a lot of effort, and I'm not saying it's not a possibility, because I'm all about possibilities, me.
Yeah.
But you could end up being washed up, being set out to sea. You could end up treading water, and it could be the death of you if you were to explore something like that. But yeah, the question is, what do you want? I mean, we wanted an island, and nothing wrong with that. But yeah.
The island is definitely at the start of the conversation, it wasn't especially appealing, but it was wherever I was trying to go. It felt like that's the only option of where I can go, even though there was a land over here. Because the island of where I had to go, I had to go there. And now I don't feel like I have to go there. And it's certainly less appealing than it was. But I guess I've been trying to get to it for so long. Well, where do you go now? Where do I go now? I don't know.
Hmm. Don't have the answer to that one, unfortunately, Vic.
No, no. Interesting. I guess it's getting used to having options.
Hmm. Think we're going to stop there.
Yes, yes, that's fine. Oh goodness, that's yeah, that's quite something.